What's going on, guys? Aaron Goldstein here, and I just had to make a video, take a second, and give a shout out to Jeff Miller. So the reason I'm making this video is I got access to Jeff Miller's inner circle. And the reason that I joined his inner circle, the issue that I was having that, to be honest, I thought his inner circle could solve was that I needed a format, I needed an outline, I needed a blueprint to follow for taking people that were interested and closing them. And that's exactly what Jeff, well, his program actually does a few things, but that's one of the things that his program does is he has a format to follow, a kind of a pitch sequence that takes someone that's interested and basically close them. So it's really structured, it's really outlined. And what else, with the other thing I like about it is he has a lot of examples. So he records he gives you the whole format that you can follow. You just steal it, you just take it, it's proven to work, you can start using it. But what's nice is in the back office, he has multiple full recordings of him pitching different customers in different niches, so you kind of see how it's done, and so you can get really good at the pitch, if you will, very quickly, because you can just watch these videos over and over again, and he's got so many of them. The other thing that I like about him and some of the other results that I've gotten is by using his techniques, the first leads I ever got, I use this technique. So what's nice is in his back office, it's just filled with content, and he's always updating it. I mean, I've got a bunch of other programs. I've bought a bunch of programs in the past. It might be the most packed program I've ever bought as far as just being filled with content. So what's cool is, like, depending on which sticking point I have, I can just go in his back office and there's like a whole section that just breaks down in detail each of the sticking points, which is really, really nice. So for example, I was having an issue with, I was getting the ads up and I was getting clicks. I was actually getting clicks pretty cheap, but I wasn't able to, none of them were converting. And it was the weirdest thing. I got over 100, literally no bullshit. I got over 100 clicks and I didn't get any conversion, zero conversion. So I said, all right, what should I do? So I go into his back office, and he's got some videos about customer research, which I guess I skipped over, or my fault for not seeing it. And he talks about customer research and why it's important. So I literally did it that night. I edited the ads, and it was either that day or the next day. It was within 48 hours I started getting leads. It was the most amazing thing ever. I mean, it was like I was so close. I just needed a little thing. It was really nice. So Jeff hooked it up with that. So it's kind of interesting. Whatever issue I'm kind of stuck on, I can just go in his back office and he's got a breakdown of it, and pretty much for everything. He doesn't have like a he doesn't really have a it's not even like kind of like a one thing. He's got a whole breakdown so you get a deep understanding of it. This is I don't really have any experience with this, so it's kind of like a new concept. So it's nice when, instead of just giving one example or short answer, I get all these long kind of A to Z walkthroughs of each specific thing and multiple breakdowns of each thing, if it kind of makes sense. So you're able to very quickly skill up in that specific niche down segment of the business and you're good on it, so you can go to the next step, because obviously, we're only a series of actions away from making the money you want. So once you have all the correct action steps and you know all these things, you can blow up and make a lot of money. And I got access to his program quick. It was probably the fastest program I ever bought, because I was needing some help. I found him. I watched some of his free videos on Facebook, and I just stalked his Facebook page for like a day straight. I said, "F this." I signed up for a call with him, and then that was it. I mean, I was done. I was sold. It was a done deal. And probably one of the things I like about Jeff is he's just kind of a normal guy, right? He almost, I don't know if he'll like me saying this, but he's almost kind of like he's like a really smart, kind of nerdy guy. But it's nice because you're working with someone normal. He's a genuine guy. He's not someone that's in a, $10,000 suit on stage that is, all perfect. He's just kind of being himself, but he's really smart and he's really good at this business. So I would recommend this program really to anyone. I'd recommend his inner circle to anyone that is, they want to have an agency to get leads for businesses with Facebook, and they either don't have a format to follow, or, and this is probably one of the highlights of his program, they don't have a solid structure, a solid format. They can take a lead that's interested and walk them through from lead being interested to you demonstrating your value to them and what you can do in a very clear, attractive, easy to understand way, and then closing them. Because obviously it doesn't matter how good we are at this, it doesn't matter how many people we get that are interested. If we don't have a way to close them, we're not going to make any money, and it doesn't matter how good your Facebook ads are, it doesn't matter how many leads you get, and that doesn't matter. So he's really good at bridging the gap. So if you're on the fence, if you think that might be interested, I definitely recommend hopping on. It was a great investment, well worth the money, and I continue to look forward to learning from Jeff and seeing the content that he puts out.